Yeah, fucking. What up, my guys? On to another show, man. NBA Talk with Jay. First of the month as well, man. It is May 1st, not May 5th. It's May 1st, my guys. 5/1, 2024, man. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Go download the Action Network app. There's plenty of guys over there posting prop bets, all type of stuff, man. Some really good prop bettors over there as well. It's all free. It's only 2 games today, man. To be perfectly honest with you, I hadn't made a play in that Heat Celtics. I haven't really been playing that Heat Celtics series. Obviously, got a couple huge injuries in that one, but we're about to talk about it. Just 2 games today: Heat Celtics, and we got Mavs Clippers as well, man. So whoever's checking out the show, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff, man. But let's go over to the streets of Boston in this one, man. Celtics land 14 points at the house versus the Miami Heat in this one. We know that paper plate Porzingis is out, man. Oh my God, I can't believe, man. And people kept saying all year, like, there's no way Porzingis is gonna be able to stay healthy. He did have a calf strain. He might be out for like 17 days, like 6 games, some like 6-7 games, depends. So hopefully the Celtics can close this one out. These boys can get some rest, man. Rest up. Give my guy a massage over there, man. Paper plate Porzingis over there, man. But he did get injured there, so expect you're gonna see obviously more minutes for guys like Al Horford. They haven't been playing Tillman a ton in this series, but you're always going to see more of him. You're going to see guys like Sam Hauser. And I think it's important to try to target some of these guys that you know are going to get a little bit more usage. Sam Hauser's points is at 6.5 points. I'd lean towards his way to go over his points for the Boston Celtics. Obviously, there could be blowout potential here as well. So it could be, you could see some late fourth quarter points for Sam Hauser in this particular game, man. So that would be a heavy lean of mine, like on the side here. To be honest, wouldn't be surprised. Like, the Celtics should go ahead and put these guys away. We have seen time and time again where the Celtics kind of play with their food and just BS around, man. This is a closeout game. They have kind of shown that they're not really bullshitting this year, but obviously they are like a lot more scary when they have their starting five and Porzingis out there playing. Now, some of the games he's been bullshitting, other games he'll decide to show up as well, but they still will miss Porzingis. But obviously, I mean, well, you got to look at the Heat now, bro. So they're already without Terry Rozier and Jimmy Butler. Now, Jaime Jaquez Jr. is out as well, man. It's just absolutely terrible injury look for the Heat. They got literally 3 starters that's out. You see what I'm saying? So it's going to be a really tough go for the Heat. But on their side, I do expect DeLon Wright to go over his 5.5 points as well. He's going to get a lot more. He's going to have a lot more ball handling opportunities and responsibilities even coming off the bench, and he's been playing like 20-25 minutes as well. So we know he had a game earlier in this series where he went off for 5 threes and went crazy in that way. See what I'm saying? Ever since then, he hadn't really done anything, but we know that this is a desperation spot for the Heat. They lose this game, they're going to the house. Expect these guys to put everything on the line. To be perfectly honest with you, last night I was thinking Heat first quarter was going to be my play today, and then I see that Jaime Jaquez Jr. is out. It's just like, bro, they just can't catch a fucking break. So I'm saying the Heat are a deep squad, but like when you're relying on guys like Hayward Highsmith off the bench, who's not a bad player, they just like him and DeLon Wright, they're just not really consistent players. Like this will be a spot that they're going to miss Josh Richardson as well. So the Heat are just really missing guys, man. They're out there playing Patty Mills minutes. You see what I'm saying? So Heat first quarter plus 4.5 was going to be my play of the day. Then I saw Jaime Jaquez Jr. out. I'm just like, bro, these guys just can't catch a break. I'm off this game as far as the side, but 2 player props that I do think would be really good. 2 bench players that's probably going to get some usage here. Where there's a blowout potential for the Celtics, you're still going to see DeLon Wright in there, like in blowout minutes, and you're still going to see Sam Hauser in there as well. So a couple of players, point total really low. Obviously, they don't really play a ton of minutes. They could go out there and play 20 minutes and not score a single point. It's definitely possible. But my heavy leans in this game would be Sam Hauser over his 6.5 points for the Celtics. Obviously, my guys be popping them threes. If he hits a couple threes, 3 threes, and that's his points total right there. You see what I'm saying? His over 1.5 threes is like minus 170, but his points prop is at 6.5, I think, at plus money. So you might even be able to get 5.5. He hit 2 threes. That's over there. You see what I'm saying? DeLon Wright over his 5.5 points. Like I say, there's really potential for a blowout here. We know the Heat are not going to go down without a fight. I expect these guys to at least try to put up a fight, but it's really tough now they're without Jaime Jaquez Jr. as well, man. He was ball handler. He was another starter for them. He was the guy that was kind of stepping in for Jimmy Butler there. So expect to see the DeLon Wright a little bit more. I'd heavily lean over DeLon Wright, over 5.5 points, over Sam Hauser's points as well, 6.5 for the Celtics in that one, man. And let's go over here to the streets of of LA in this one. Clippers getting 3 at the house, man. I want the Mavs to win this one. I'll be honest with you guys. So the Mavs have lost their last couple of series versus the Clippers. They're 0-2. You see what I'm saying? The Luka hasn't had this good of a team going up against the Clippers. If the Mavs win this series, in my opinion, you got to win this game. You got to win in 6. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I do think that this series goes to 7. So like, I'm not really sure who's gonna take this game. We've seen the Mavs go out there and lose game 1, win game 2 in a blowout, win game 3 win game 3 as well. Then they lose game 4. Paul George went absolutely crazy in the first half, but didn't do much in the second half of the game. It's almost like these older players, they come out in the first half and don't really have a ton left in the tank in the second half. We know that Harden's a little bit older player as well. Russell Westbrook's getting up there as well. Guys like Norman Powell, they're getting up there, man. So this is a must-win game for both of these teams. To be honest with you, like, I want to see the Mavs win and close it out in 6. But if the Mavs do lose this one, I can tell you this right now. If the Mavs lose this game, guys, like, you don't have to wait for me to do the show. If the Mavs lose this game, I'm taking them game 6, like, with plenty of confidence. I'll tell you that right now. So I'll watch this game, maybe even make some live bets as well. I do think the Mavs can get it done. You hear Luka saying, which Luka is banged up. He has his right knee is really starting to bother him, but he says that he's letting Kyrie down. So it kind of tells me that the Mavs are due for a step-up spot in this one. You just want to see, can they do it on the road in LA, which they have shown that they could do before. It's a really tough game. I usually say in game 5, you want to take who you think is going to win the series. It's a really tough call for me, to be perfectly honest with you, on this particular game. I'd lean towards the Mavs. They don't usually lose when I have this jacket on as well. So Mavs would be worth a little sprinkle here. But like I say, if they do happen to, it's like, I want to take the Mavs, sprinkle a little something on them. And then if they do lose this game, just like, you know what I'm saying, double up on game 6, man, to be perfectly honest with you. So I'd really like that, because that would give me a ton of confidence that they could win that must-win spot at game 6. But this one is both teams. Like, both of these teams are so even, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. I would not be surprised if the Clippers shocked the world and won this game outright. It would not surprise, because if they want to win the series as well, they know that this is an absolute must-win game. See what I'm saying? So there's not many. I know that Kawhi is out, but you got to understand something. So if Kawhi was in this game, they'd have Clippers maybe minus 2.5. The way that Kawhi, and we saw that as well, when the way that Kawhi is playing right now, he's not worth that to the spread. The Clippers have won both games without Kawhi, and obviously mainly because they the odds makers are setting this line a little too high. They're like, you can't make Kawhi 5.5 points to the spread, like full healthy Kawhi maybe, but when he's banged up, you can't move the spread that much. You see what I'm saying? So there's a little bit of value on the Clippers plus a 3, but value doesn't matter about anything. It matters about who's going to win. You see what I'm saying? So really tough game to call, to be perfectly honest with you. Gonna watch this one, enjoy it. I'm rooting for the Mavs. I hope the Mavs win. If they do happen to lose, like, the Mavs are worth the sprinkle today, in my opinion. But if they do happen to lose this game, I will take them in game 6 for sure, my guys. But that's the show today, man. Really a little tough kind of card, to be perfectly honest with you, man. Better games on Friday. Have a really good look on Friday as well, man. But today's games just don't really have a good feel for them. But a couple of looks that I would lean towards: Sam Hauser over his 6.5 points for the Boston Celtics, and DeLon Wright over his 5.5 points for the Miami Heat. No Porzingis, so means more playing time for Hauser, more 3-point shots for Hauser, and also no Jaime Jaquez Jr., Jimmy Butler, or Terry Rozier for the Heat. So that means even more minutes for DeLon Wright as well. More minutes for Patty Mills as well, but I wouldn't trust. Patty Mills could definitely go out there, play 20 minutes, and not score a single bucket, man. A couple of tough games, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm not forcing anything today. I'm not even sure if I'm going to be forcing anything on tomorrow's card as well, but I do have a couple of looks tomorrow, man. We'll talk about it. I'll be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. If you're looking for some picks, they got plenty of picks over there at Action Network app. They got plenty of props as well, man. The prop guys, they're going crazy, man. They got some people like an under. What are they liking? They like an under. Harden's under 3-point makes today. They're liking Derek White under his 3-point makes today as well, man. So there's just a couple of looks that I've been seeing from my sharp guys on the Action Network app. It's all free. Go download it. You can pay for picks, or you can go and or even if you're paying for picks, nobody's going to hit 100%. You see what I'm saying? So what I would do, I would try to find some good outlets for people that has free picks and ride with them. Because like, even if you're paying for picks, like I say, that's just putting you down in the hole of, like, especially, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, it's a negative EV. You see what I'm saying? So you go pay for picks if you like, but it's gonna be even harder to make money because you got to spend some money just to try and get the picks. Nobody's gonna hit 100%, my guys. So go download Action Network app. It's all free. Hope you guys, whatever you guys are betting today, I hope you guys smack the bookies up. It's Us Against the Bookies, my guys. I'll be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. Let's go. We out.